Welcome back to a day in the life of an Instacarter. If you don't know what an Instacarter is, basically an Instacarter is you basically get paid to go grocery shopping for people and then you deliver it to their house. I honestly think it's like a great way to make money. I'm actually like really curious, like if you're an Instacart shopper, let me know in the comments, do you enjoy doing Instacart? Like what are your pros to it and what are your cons to it? Because personally, I enjoy doing Instacart. I like how you have like your own schedule. You can do it any time of the day. You have your own choice of what batch you want to take and what batch you don't want to take, you know what I mean? Another thing that I like about Instacart is no one really bothers me. Like I'm doing my own thing, get out, do another batch, you know. I like how like with the batches it's always like switched up, so you're never doing the, you know, the same batch. I like how I am like basically my own boss. Like no one's telling me what to do, this and that, to do my own thing. If I want to stop doing Instacart for like an hour or two, I'll stop. Another thing is you can also do like a full-time job. I've never really had the time, and I wish I had the time to do it, like 1 week just doing it every day from morning to like night kind of thing, just so I can show you guys what a full-time of a Instacarter day in the life would be like, or a week in the life would be like. Currently 6:45. I have like till 9ish, so we'll see how many batches I get done. That's kind of also the good thing and like the bad thing about Instacart is sometimes there's like a load of batches literally coming through one after another, but then there's times where you're kind of just like sitting here right now and you're like kind of need a batch. Focusing on my face, but there's like a bunch of orders compared to like a couple seconds ago where there was literally only one. To anyone who's starting off new, because I remember when I first started an Instacart and my first batch, and like y'all are like, some of you guys were like calling me out for it. It's like never take a batch under like $20, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, I'll take anything, you know, like you know, you're new to it. But now I understand where you guys are coming from. I did a day in the life vlog and it was like a little bit of an Instacart fail, and I didn't end up doing Instacart, but I like showed you guys like basically you will literally get paid for $9 just to go shop for 108 items. So basically Instacart like pays you for completing one full service order, 2 full service orders, or 3. And what I mean by those, these 3 are like households. Personally, I don't like shopping for 3 households because, like, yes, it pays well, but I feel like for me, it just gets too hectic. Sometimes if it's like too much of a big order, like you have to split your cart, you know? You have to split it into 3 different households, or you have to like have like 3 carts, you know, whatever works for you. I personally like to just stick to 1 household. I feel like that's just more easier for me. I think I'm just gonna take the $14 one. It's honestly quick, easy, and simple, and there's nothing else coming through. Having a little bit of an issue right now. Literally, I'm looking for Paw Patrol gummies, and I'm like in the snack aisle, and I literally cannot find them. Like, I'm literally looking up and down this whole Walmart, and I literally cannot find them. And I'm running out of time. So first things first, I read a lot of your comments in my last Instacart video. I always read every single one of your comments. I enjoy like reading what you guys say. And a lot of you guys have mentioned in my last video that a lot of you don't take anything that's under $20. And in the beginning, and you guys saw this, is when I first started, I would take orders that were like $10 to $12, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that like whatsoever. But I've also learned as I started doing Instacart is you can literally be making $20 to $25 delivering the same amount of items, and like sometimes it's a little bit farther, but that's okay because you're making double the money instead of like getting like an order of 30 items and you're getting paid like $10 to deliver them. So Instacart doesn't pay you for you traveling to the grocery store. Instacart pays you for the distance you travel from the grocery store to the customer's house. Getting paid $20, $25, you're just driving a little bit more, but then again, you are also getting paid, you know, double the amount. Sometimes it's crazy. Like literally you'll be getting paid $9 to shop for 108 items. I don't know how that works, but you know. For anyone who's starting off on Instacart, one of my main huge tips for you is to always keep your receipts. Keep it for like a 3 days, keep it for a week. You know, you never know, and I'm about to tell you why. I'm telling you this because it's a way to protect yourself. Sometimes, not all the time, it's really rare for someone to accuse you or, you know, report you. People, what they like to do is report you saying that they've never received their items, saying that they never received their items even though you delivered everything. I'll actually give you a perfectly good example. The other day I did Instacart. I delivered the person's order. The next day I decided to check my Instacart app, you know, check like my ratings, because people can rate you and like people can comment on how good of an Instacarter you are. Your rating does have an effect with Instacart, you know what I mean? You don't want like someone to rate you like 0 stars, because I think it gives you the least chance to get batches, you know what I mean? There's like a little star button over here when you open up Instacart. There's like a star thing down here. If you go on like quality of items, you can like see like people like will report like, oh, this item is like damaged, or I never received any of them. Basically, I delivered everything to the customer's house, and the next day when I was going through my ratings and, you know, I was looking through the quality of items, I noticed that I got a report on me. And I was like, oh, what's this? I see one of the items and I was like, that's weird. I gave this to them. I 100% know I bagged it and I delivered it to their house. When I clicked on it, I noticed there was more to this. Like, they weren't not missing white item. They weren't missing 2 items. They weren't missing 3 or 4. They reported that they were missing 12 items for me. What am I gonna do with 12 of your items? I don't want it. What am I gonna do with it? You know what I mean? That's what I like about Instacart. Instacart wants to hear your side of the story as well and what the hell happened. They wanna like look into it, and you know, because sometimes people do lie, you know, it's just how the world sometimes works, you know. What are you gonna do about it? It is rare. I'm not saying it happens like 24/7 constantly. No, it's the once out of the blue. Shit happens. Protect yourself with your receipts, you know what I mean? You can always tell your side to it, so always like take a picture of your receipt, and then like you can show like, hey, these are the stuff that I bought. I also take a photo of the batch that I delivered to the person's house. So once I drop all the groceries off to the front door, take a photo for the customer. Like you send a picture to them like, hey, your groceries are outside. But I also take that photo for myself as well, because it's another way to protect yourself. Again, although mistakes do happen, which is like completely fine, but like in the end of the day, if someone's gonna accuse you of doing something, which does happen, not all the time, very rare, it's just a great way to protect yourself, you know what I mean? My next advice would be to always park beside the outside cart, what's it called, like the drop-off section for the cart. I like to like always park beside those just so I can make things more easier. Like literally I'll just load up the car with groceries and then I'll just put my cart literally right beside me in the cart drop-off section. Like out for Walmart, they have like a food section, and they have like the other section, the home and I don't know, the home section and the food section. I always go to the food section and park there. So I like to park beside the exit, that way I can just go in and then like come back out, and I don't know, I feel like I save more time. Maybe it's just me. So after you accept a batch and before you click start shopping, what I like to do is I like to like scan through the list just to see what I'm dealing with, see what I have in the produce section and see what I have in the frozen section. So that way I have more of a clear idea of what I'm dealing with before I automatically, you know, just like click start shopping, and I'm like, ugh, what is all this? So after you click start shopping and you're like shopping, make sure you go through the list just to see if you have anything left, like in the produce section that you have to get, you know, when you're in the frozen section, or like when you're getting dairy, because say you got everything but you like forgot like the frozen pizza and you're like in produce, that means you have to run back to the frozen section, and then you just lost time because you're just like running back and forth. So there's also a timer on you. It's like on the very like bottom corner. Don't let that timer scare you, but always make sure you try to beat it. Speaking of timers, something that I've definitely learned is sometimes you'll literally have like 30 minutes to shop for like 8 items, and you're like, oh, I have like 8 items and I have like 30 minutes. Don't let that like get to you, because you're like, oh my god, I have so much time, this and that, like no biggie. No. No. Let me tell you why. Because sometimes one of those 8 items could literally be sold out, or you'll literally have a hard time finding it. Like literally 30 minutes is up and you still have like a couple more items to get, and you're still looking for that item. Sometimes that 30 minutes goes like this. For example, the incident that I had, oh my god, stupid gummies. Literally, it was in a small section by the tacos. I don't know why the hell they put the gummies in the taco section in the small corner. And the only way I found this was because I had to get the taco shelves, and I looked over and the gummies were right there, but they literally had like a whole aisle dedicated to candies, chips, gums, snacks. Oh my god, I'm never going back to that Walmart. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope these tips and tricks help you out in a way, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini day in the life with me. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram, because I want to start doing this thing with Instagram where every time someone follows me, there's a chance that I'll be shouting you out in my next video. And with that, I'll see you next Sunday with a brand new video. Bye!